this is Noreen from Joya Cards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! For more of my Stampin' Up! Card videos, please click the subscribe button right there, and the little bell, and you'll be notified when my videos come up. So today's video, I'm using lots of heart die and stamp set. And you guys got an extra video this week because I did one last night and I accidentally posted it right away. So I'm trying to move my daughter and my son into their new house and I was all caught up and then I went, oh no, I posted on the wrong day. Anyway, so you get a freebie. So this is going to be a quickie little card and I'm going to be using out of the dies the second and third largest outline heart. I'm going to be using this piece here and this piece here. And out of the stamps, I'm going to be using the hearts here and one of the sentiments. So let's get to it. So the first thing is we're going to have a base that's real red, that's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Then you're going to cut, and we're going to do the inside first. So you're going to cut your basic black, and this is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. And your white piece is going to be 5 by 3.75. And let's go ahead and just nail it up onto the card. And next thing, we're going to take our Stamparatus, because this piece here, I think the best way to deal with it is the Stamparatus. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've already kind of pre-lined this up. So I'm going to get it all up here, make sure that everything's hitting okay. Yep. And then I have, and if you don't have any of these Stampin' spots, they are awesome to get, and it keeps your base clean here. So I've got this already lined up. I put my stamp box underneath so it doesn't wobble around, and I'm going to, and this is how I'm not grabbing that top heart, because this piece is just a little bit longer than my base. So I am just stamping all the way down to there, and then I'm going to put it on my card, and I'm going to stamp this up a few times until I get the right colors. I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. I did the first side. Now I'm just going to take this and flip it around, and I know one side will be right side up and one side will be right side down, but who cares? So we're going to go ahead and do that again. The other thing about the Stampin' Spot is because it's got this edge here, I can get right up to that last heart in the row. So I'm just going to stamp this again and stamp it over a couple of times until I get the right color. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back again. I'm going to take the sentiment, and it's my heart smiles just thinking of you. And I could have just had this all lined up with it, but I didn't. So let's just go ahead and line it up on there and close this up. We don't even need to take off the other one, obviously. And grab my Stampin' Spot. And I mean, look how clean my plate is. If you had your big Stampin' pad out, you know, it's going to be all marked up from being hit with the big pad. So this is actually really nice, and they sell these separately. And if you go to the body of my video, you can get my Stampin' Up link, and you can go ahead and order direct. So now we've stamped up the inside, and then obviously go ahead and snail up and put it on your base just right there in the middle. And then let's go do the front. Now with the front, what I've got is a piece of the red foil paper, and this is cut the exact same size as the card. It's the 5.5 by 4 1/4, and then we're going to have the basic black cut in 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Now I wanted it big because these pieces here on the end are really large, and if I made the black any smaller, I would really be squishing it in. So that's why there's only that little 1/8 of an inch difference. So before I put this on my card base, I like to save money on my foil. So I'm going to take the rectangle stitch frames and take the second largest one and cut out the middle, because, you know, why waste all that good foil? So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. I went ahead and I cut out that middle piece. I also, when I cut on any kind of foil, I try to use a plate that isn't as mutilated as all my other ones, because I mean, if you had the choice of this one and this one, which one are you going to use on foil, right? So try to use a plate that isn't so marked up so it doesn't transfer over to your foil. So you could take this piece and save it for another project and just work with this one. When you cut the red foil, if you get any white on your edge, maybe, you know, got damaged in how you store it, or your blade is just a little dull, or it just has a white edge, just take your Stampin' or your blending pen here and go along the edge of it and take out that white. So that'll make a big difference, really. Now I'm going to go ahead and snail this up on my little silicone craft sheet, which keeps my glass really nice and clean. So I love that. And I'm going to measure up from the opening and put it on top. Next part we're going to do is take this die, and you're going to cut 4 of those in basic white. And then on 2 of those, we're going to cut off. So this is like the corner here. We're going to take this little leaf here. So in between these 2 things, this little leaf, and you're going to cut it off because it is a little crowded. So I'm going to take it off there and out the stem there, and then cut off any, like if it has any rough edges to it, just cut those off. So only do that on 2 of them. So look for the corner, that's the corner, and take this leaf here and cut it off. Just like that, just on 2 of them, leave the other 2 alone. Now you're going to take this die and cut this out 3 times. And what we're after is this big flower. But, I mean, you're already cutting it, so might as well cut the whole thing and just save these for another project. So I cut out 3 of these, and that's what we're going to do with them. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the piece that you cut out here and take the one that you took the leaf off of. And we're going to work with that one first, and go ahead and glue it up. I usually have my fine tip glue, but I sold it to a lady, Mary. She came over to my house. Hi, Mary. Hope you're watching. Anyway, go ahead and do this. Yeah, I sold her my fine tip glue and one of these craft sheets, and it's like, these things are the best, because she was doing a big old gluing project. Now, it's very important that you take the piece that you cut the leaf off of and put it on the upper left-hand corner. So find the corner piece of the piece and put it in the upper left-hand corner, because we need to match that up with the piece that doesn't have the piece cut off. So grab the one that you didn't cut off the leaf on and go ahead and glue it up again, and find that corner, and we're going to put it right up against the corner. There will be a tiny bit of overlap on this little flower, but it's really, there's so much going on. I mean, you don't even notice it. So it's cool. And then you're going to take and do the same thing with the other side. Now, this is the one with the leaf cut off. So I'm going to put my glue on here. I just wish I had my fine tip glue. I ordered some more. It's coming. And I'm going to find the corner, and I'm going to do the opposite. So this is the piece that I cut the little leaf off of. Go to the diagonal and put this piece on, because you want that that piece that's cut off to line up with the other piece, so it's not so crowded. So now I'm going to take the last piece. This is the one that the leaf is not cut off, and this should be in the upper right-hand corner. So I'm going to line it up right here. And like I said, there is a little bit of an overage, and it's fine. Just line it up. That's a good thing about using glue. Do not use snail, because you might have to wiggle it around, and snail doesn't like to wiggle. So those are those pieces. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and snail down just the white heart. Take the outline of the white and put it on the side and use it for another project. Snail this up, and we're going to put this right here in the middle and give it enough room. Okay, now we're going to take the red foil outline, and we're going to put some of the glue on it. I would glue it rather than snailing it. It just in case you have to wiggle things around. And then I'm going to put that and inlay it over the white heart. Now you got these 2 red foil hearts. You're going to take the big one, put it on the side, and use it on another project. Then take some dimensionals and go ahead and dimensional the back, and then place that in the middle. And then grab one of the big white flowers that we cut before and take your glue and glue it up. Then place it right there in the middle. And now what it decided to do is put also flowers on both sides. Now on this card, I had a big one here and a little one here, and that was those 3 that we cut out earlier. And this was one of them, these 3. And I was going to put another big one down here, but it just kind of doesn't fit. So we're going to put the big one up here, and then from that cut, because you cut the whole piece, grab one of the smaller ones, and that's the one we're going to put on the bottom. So take that smaller one and glue it up and place it right here, and then take the big one and glue it up and place that one right here. And now the fun part, we're going to take our red rhinestones and we are going to decorate it. So I put one of these rhinestones in the middle here. And I love these things. They carried them over from last year's catalog, and I hope they keep them forever because I use them on everything. So I'm going to put the red rhinestones in all the flower middles here. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. The only thing left is to go ahead and put it on the card front. So anyway, I do give away the demo card. So if you are a first-time subscriber, put your email in the comments because I can't talk to you really without your email. And if you're the first one, I will get your address and I'll put this card in the mail just in time for Valentine's Day. So anyway, that is my card. Thanks. Bye.